What's up, VC? What's up, Vinyl community? It's Dan hanging out with you for Dan's Vinyl channel. How you guys doing? I hope you guys have had an awesome past few weeks. I've taken some time off. Just been digging Rekkids. Been listening to Rekkids. Been taking care of some stuff. But just been hanging out. I had to take a break. I had to just, every once in a while, you just gotta, you gotta lay in the cut for a minute. You gotta figure out some stuff. Move forward. You know how it goes, folks. Anyway, I hope that you guys have had a great time. You know, I leave, I come back, and the Money Man passed. Eddie Money, R.I.P. man. I had a chance to meet Eddie Money, and I had a chance to interview him on a morning show that I did back in, my gosh, man, this would have been late 90s, early 2000s. I remember he was doing a show, and they were coming through. Eddie Money was coming through, and we talked to his manager. And his manager was also kind of his handler, see, because Eddie Money was a huge rock star. I mean, he was just gigantic. Like, everybody knew who Eddie Money was in the 80s. Everybody. He had huge hits. Take Me Home Tonight, Walk on Water. I Want to Go Back. You know, and you guys know, like, Shakin', Two Tickets to Paradise. I mean, you could go on. A string of hits. Just great stuff. Killer sax player. So his manager was kind of his handler too, because I think Eddie's head was a little bit in the clouds. I'm not saying that he's egotistical. I'm just saying that maybe just didn't realize that those hit making days were probably over. So I remember his manager was like, I keep telling Eddie. He was like venting to us. You know, it's like he'd been on tour with this guy for probably 2 or 3 months. And he's like venting to the radio guys, he's like saying things like, man, I keep telling Eddie, nobody wants to hear the new stuff. Everybody wants to hear the old stuff. They like the new money. They don't like the new money. They like the old money. Let's give them some old money, Eddie. So anyway, yeah, Eddie must have been working on some stuff. But anyway, we finally did get to talk to Eddie Money. Nicest guy in the world. He's from Brooklyn, so, he kind of had that accent, He's like, hey, Dan, why don't you come meet me? We'll do the meet and greet, and I'll wash my hands. So make sure I'm clean for you, all right? All right, we'll see you at the show. He's just a really nice guy, super cool. He was doing the duck face thing. I wish I had the picture. I'd put it, like, right here. He did the duck face thing. I remember the picture. He's like, Eddie, if you Google some Eddie Money photos, he's going to have that. I guarantee he's going to have that, like, duck face thing going on. Anyway. So what is this video? This video, I figured my friend Brian's doing a contest, so I might as well jump in on this. 100 subs. He's talking about school. So I wanted to do that. So, Brian's Vinyl Records. Check the link below. Sub to my friend Brian. Cool guy. He's got a lot of similar interests that I do. He's into everything. Kind of like I am. Kind of like this stack of records that I'm going to be talking about when it comes to school. So anyway, what he's doing is, it's real simple. It's 4. You can show 4. You can show as many as you want. Albums that you listen to while you were in school. So an album from elementary school, an album from junior high, an album from high school, and an album for college. Or if you didn't go to college, like I didn't go to college, something you listen to post high school. So let's get on with the Rekkids. All right. So anyway, elementary school. Now let me see here. I was born in 75. So I would have been 84, 85. I think 85 this came out. I'm not sure. The movie Ghostbusters came out in 1985. Yeah, I want to say it was 1985. I would have been 9 years old, and I wanted this record so bad. And I got a version of this. Now, the version that I got, what was it? It wasn't the Ghostbusters soundtrack. It was called Chartbusters by Ray Parker Jr. And it had like some other songs by Ray Parker Jr. on it. Like, I want to say The Other Woman was on there. I'm in love with the other woman. But it also had Ghostbusters on it. So my mom bought that for me instead of the Ghostbusters soundtrack because she got confused. My mom never was particularly good about these kind of things. She saw, there was like literally a picture like this like Ghostbusters cross out thing. But it was like Ray Parker Jr.'s face. So she tried. She did her best. No, old mom, she did the best that she could. So, yeah. The original soundtrack to Ghostbusters. This goes back to my elementary school days for sure. Everybody had a copy of that. So, moving on to junior high. Now, I remember this being junior high because I was in 6th grade when this album came out with one of the songs, one of their hit songs off this record. And they had a heck of a video to go along with it, and that is Europe's The Final Countdown. They had the song Carrie. Now, we had this girl in our class named Carrie that we would tease and sing the song to her. So, when the lights go down, Carrie. You know, but she spelled her name with a K. This is spelled with a C. So, anyway, yeah, her name was like K-E-R-I or something. So, this is C-A-R-R-I-E. But her and her friend Tara would get mad at us boys for singing and serenading Carrie in art class. I remember that. I go right back. It's just right there, guys. Europe's The Final Countdown. Something that everybody in middle school knew what this was when I was going. Anyway, huge band back then. MTV, you know, whole thing. All right, so moving on to high school. Now, this next album. Oh, crap. And I just dropped some stuff. All right, so this next album I'm going to talk about is an album that I've shown a couple of times already, and it is truly my high school album. This is the album I listened to in high school. So, not this particular one. But I do have that one, too, which I'm going to show that and talk about. But this is my, it's Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic. This is, to me, this album has major significance. It's a double album, not unlike, it's a masterpiece, man. Produced by Rick Rubin, 1991. Everybody in the band, Frusciante, Chad Smith, Flea, Anthony Kiedis were on top of their game, and they came out with this amazing album, Blood Sugar Sex Magic. The Red Hot Chili Peppers. This is an amazing record from start to finish. I can't say enough about it. It rivals to me the quality of and this may be blasphemous to some of you, and please forgive me, I do not mean to offend, but this is my wall. This is my white album. This is the album. This is the one. This is my high school right here. This sums up the entirety of my high school. Now, when I was in high school, there was a lot of cool stuff going on. Grunge was coming out. Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains. They were all great bands, but none of them we all could agree on as well as we all agreed on the Red Hot Chili Peppers Blood Sugar Sex Magic album. Everything on here, Breaking the Girl, I Could Have Lied, Under the Bridge, Funky Monk, Suck My Kiss. My personal favorite, Sir Psycho Sexy. I mean, just an amazing album. Power of Equality. So many good songs, and just a listen through, a complete listen through. This is one of those albums you put on, you just listen to the whole thing. You can't just listen to one or two tracks from this. It's impossible. Anyway, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic. Now, obviously, we did not have... I don't think they had this out on vinyl. When they might have, and it might have been in another country, or they might have had some test pressings or some promo copies or something. But I do not believe there was an original vinyl pressing of this. But I do have an original one that went in the car with us. This is a Blood Sugar Sex Magic. This is the CD that we listened to. My friend Chris, my best friend in the world, Chris, he passed 8 years ago, and I was lucky enough his mom gave me this, and she just kind of knew that this was, and I've got another one here. She just knew that this was very important. Now, my friend Chris, as you can tell, most of the time, and I'd say 90% of his collection, he kept in this shape. I mean, he wasn't like me. I was very rough on CDs, especially things just got thrown around, tapes, CDs, whatever. I didn't really care. But I mean, this thing is just immaculate condition. And although it's probably worth absolutely nothing, you could offer $1 million, I wouldn't take it. So anyway, that is my high school. Now, Brian wants to go one step further into college territory or into post-high school territory. So this band came very popular after I got out of high school. And the name of the band was Marilyn Manson and their album Portrait of an American Family, which now this was also belonged to my friend Chris, and his mom gave this to me as well. This was one that didn't get quite the amount of love. This thing is it's a little messed up. But Marilyn Manson's Portrait of an American Family CD there. And this, we first saw them on the Jon Stewart show. And I remember that the drummer for Marilyn Manson, I don't remember his name, they did this like little bit with Jon Stewart. And they were trying to see if they could put a chicken in the drum head or inside the bass drum. Jon Stewart's like, no, I don't think you can do that. I may be remembering this wrong, but that's what I remember about the first time I saw Marilyn Manson was actually on Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart had his own show in the 90s. So, but what's cool about this is Marilyn Manson played a small club in St. Louis called Mississippi Nights. It was down on Rekkids Landing. It's been shut down now, and this is so faded. This ticket stub. My friend Chris went to this, and this ticket stub, you can't make out a thing that's on it. It's very faded. But he did get a chance, and he met Marilyn Manson, and the only thing he had was like a $1 bill to sign. So this George Washington got signed by Marilyn Manson, so that's pretty cool. And so yeah, there you go. That was like my elementary school with the Ghostbusters, middle school with the Europe, high school with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and post high school with Marilyn Manson. And that started me down, and just a very diverse. As you can see, our tastes change, but I've got each one of these in my collection, guys. So still to this day. So, yeah, my tastes are all over the place, just like this list. So, anyway, check out Brian's channel. It's down below. It's, back to school. I guess back to school, having to do with school. I guess school's been started for a minute. I hope I'm not too late. I may be too late on this video, but anyway, if I am, it's no big deal. I just wanted to throw some support and get back into doing some videos. So coming up a little bit later, if I get a chance to today, I don't know if I'll be uploading it today, but I do want to do, if you guys can see, I've been working on some stuff. I want to do a video of 5 synth pop Rekkids that you should own. And then I've also got like a rock and metal update, a vinyl finds update for that. And I've just got all kinds of stuff. So be making some videos about some Rekkids coming up here shortly. You guys take it easy. You guys keep digging them Rekkids. All right. And peace out. And we will catch you guys on the other side. We'll see you later.